Okay, in today's video, I'm going to be discussing whether or not Google Ads is easy, difficult, or somewhere in between. Um, First off, for Google Ads, it honestly depends on what you're doing, whether or not it's going to be difficult or not. If you're running a mobile call-only campaign, chances are it's not that difficult. You could probably set it up yourself, optimize it by yourself. Um, you really wouldn't need anyone else to do that. I have a course on the, or not even a course, just a walkthrough on how to do it on my YouTube page. If you're interested in that, check that out. But it really depends on what you're doing. If you're running a search campaign and you need remarketing with it, you need display campaigns, you need, you're also doing shopping ads, you're doing YouTube, it gets ridiculously complicated really, really quick. So Google Ads can be easy, but chances are it's not going to be easy. There's a lot of people out there that take like an hour course or something like that, and they think they know what they're talking about when they couldn't be further from the truth. Google Ads is a beast of its own. It takes it doesn't take very, very long to learn all of the things, but to do it well takes a very, very long time. It's like almost any process. The basics aren't very hard to learn, but to master the basics takes a very, very long time. And when you accompany that with, third-party landing pages, which is, something we always recommend. So you have your even if it's just a basic campaign, so a basic search campaign, you accompany that with landing pages, you accompany that with all the conversion tracking that's properly set up. So you also got to look for what we recommend, a third-party tracking service for phone calls, weekly optimizations, A/B testing the landing pages, A/B testing the ad copy, optimizing every week for the individual keywords, seeing which ones are working, which ones aren't, writing the actual copy for the ads. It gets really difficult really, really quickly and time consuming too. So if you're someone that doesn't have a lot of free time, I think it's definitely worth hiring someone or, delegating or setting aside, an hour a day to learn this because it's not going to be like just, oh, I kind of understand the basics, just run with it. If you do that, chances are you're going to lose a lot of money. Um, I know there's a lot of people out there that go, oh, well, it's easy. Well, it doesn't cost any money to manage. Well, they're really it's a really basic thing to look at. Like it's even like SEO where a lot of people go like, well, why not go with SEO? It's like because it's free, right? But it's like there's a lot of time behind SEO and there's a lot of strategy behind it. There's a lot of thinking. There's a lot of planning. Um, it's very in depth, you know. Is it super super difficult? No, provided you know what you're doing. But overall, it is time consuming and it is difficult. So Google Ads, like anything, it takes a long time to learn and do it properly. There's a lot of people out there, especially there's a lot of marketing companies out there, unfortunately, that they think they know what they're doing. They'll just send, they'll be like, yeah, give me $500 and then I'll just send all the traffic to your website and then that converts at, like 0.8% or 1%, and you just see absolutely no results from it because you're like 1% of 100 people. It's one person maybe, and chances are you're gonna need 20 to 30 leads to see a few customers. So yeah, Google Ads. Depending on what you're doing, if it's just a general mobile campaign, I don't think it's that difficult. I think anyone could learn to do that, and I think they could learn it to do it well and optimize it. Uh, but when you start getting into more complicated things like search campaigns with remarketing attached to it, with display campaigns, YouTube ads, and you have this whole network of things that are feeding off of each other, and essentially Google is optimizing through its algorithm what they should put money towards. Like, okay, maybe display is generating a better ROI compared to search or YouTube or shopping ads. It really, really can get in depth really quickly. So hopefully that kind of sums it up. I typed into Google, is Google Ads difficult to learn? I think the most basic thing is Google Ads is straightforward, but it's not easy. If you're going to take anything away from that, take that away from this little video. Um, it's easy to understand if you take the time to learn it. However, it takes a very, very long time to get really good at it. So hopefully you enjoyed this video a little bit. You guys have a great day. I wish you well. Take care.